Hi, I'm the lone journalist for KRAZ TV. That means keep real, A to Z, true vision. Well, it's our book review, and this is one that has to be talked about at the Zero channel, the adult side, because it's so horrendous, the story. The book is wonderful. That this, well, it's like you can see what it says. It's about Nazis, and so the word bastards has to be used occasionally here. Anyways, it's called The School That Escaped the Nazis. The True Story of the School Teacher Who Defied Hitler by Deborah Cadbury. Two strong women, the one writing and the one writing about it. Yes. Deborah Cadbury is an author of 10 acclaimed books. As a BBC TV producer, there she is. She has won numerous international awards, including an Emmy. She lives in London. I'm not ashamed to tell you that when you read this book, you will weep. It's a horrendous story, but heartfelt too. The extraordinary true story of a courageous school principal who saw the dangers of Nazi Germany and took drastic steps to save those in harm's way. In 1933, the same year Hitler came to power, school teacher Anna Essinger saved her small progressive school from Nazi Germany. Anna had read Mein Kampf and knew the terrible danger that Hitler's hate-filled ideologies posed to her students, so she hatched a courageous and daring plan to smuggle her school to the safety of England. At the school she established in Kent, England, flourished despite the many challenges it faced. The news from her home country continued to darken. Anna watched as Europe slid towards war with devastating consequences for the Jewish children left behind. In time, Anna would take in orphans who had given up all hope, the survivors of unimaginable horrors. Anna's school offered these scarred children the love and security they needed to rebuild their lives. Featuring moving first-hand testimony from surviving pupils and drawing from letters, diaries, and present-day interviews, The School That Escaped the Nazis is a dramatic human tale that offers a unique perspective on Nazi persecution, and the Holocaust. It is also the story of a woman's refusal to allow her belief in a better world to be overtaken by hatred and violence. It certainly is. Ann Essinger. They call her Tante Anna. It is published by Public Affairs, an imprint of Perseus Books, LLC. Part 1, 1933 to 39. So, Anna Essinger, way back, I think she was born 1879 or something. And let me see. She was schooled in Germany, and she somehow came to the United States before World War II, or about there, before then, and started, I went to college at the University of Wisconsin. Then she went back and started a progressive style school, kind of like a Montessori, or even different. It was very progressive in the way that the kids interacted and worked with their teachers. Here's some of the things that the kids said. It was all about, this is from Anna John. Now, she took in British pupils also, because the deal was that even though she had taken in the German children, she still had to uh, help the British out and give them their children some schooling too. So she bought this big grand house and all that. I'll tell you that in a minute. Anyway, it says Anna John says it was all about giving. The whole school was about giving. The teachers had very little at their disposal, but they gave what they could, and it was a lot. Leslie Brent, his story. He was a former German student. All the violence I had experienced before felt like a bad dream. It was paradise. I think most of the children felt that it was paradise. That was the feeling at the school, having escaped Germany. The name of the school was called Bunce Court, and Meg Ryan, a wife of a former a pupil, says, some have called Bunce Court a second home. It was more than that. It was a way of life, a state of mind. Tante Anna has made a great achievement. So, she says, in 1933, I could no longer raise children in honesty and freedom. And she knew it was coming. So she went over to England and found this place and then smuggled the children, 10 at a time. They had to get permits in order to go on holidays and stuff, and they escaped over to England. And then, of course, more later came throughout the war as best as they could. And they got more horrendous because a lot of the children then that came, their parents had been shot right in front of them by these bastards. And they had to run and hide and live on the lam for, well, days and weeks until somebody took them in and figured out how to get them over to England and smuggle them out of Germany. So some of these children were 8, 9, and 10 years old, ate garbage and ate grass. Even some of the children didn't like vegetables because it reminded them of eating grass, because that's all they had. It's some of the stories too. There's a lot of the plates in here. Many of the children. This is Leslie. Brent's photo, passport. This is Anna. She was such a brave woman. This was the Nazis coming to power in 1933, from democracy to dictatorship. Could it happen here? Hope not. So anyways, she was really determined to get the funding and the school going in that time, and I think she made a couple of trips, but after that she had to stay in England in order to not be picked up by the Germans. So it's a heartfelt story. It's a true story, and terrible pictures of a girl weeping at her sister's death in the fields where they were shot. How they got away is... Here's a little boy sitting in the ruins of bombed out Warsaw. They really picked on Poland. As soon as Poland was taken, it was instantly divided in half. Half for Germany and half for Russia. The Russians weren't too kind to the Jewish people either. So these are people in the concentration camp and people in the trains being taken there. And these are all the children. So Sam Ollinger, he escaped the liquidation of the ghetto and hid in plain sight in disguise as a Polish boy. Jews were hunted down by both Nazis and Poles, and after serving many cliche or getting away, he felt more like an animal stripped of all humanity as he reached Bunce Court. So, it's hard to even do this book review, but I hope you get it to learn a lesson. Well, you know the lesson, but these people learned it the hard way, and many survived, and that's why the stories are out today. So, get the book so you don't have to, well, I don't know. I liked it, even though it took me days and days, and you can only read a few paragraphs before you have to put it down for a few minutes. And I could talk about it a little bit more, but it's that gut-wrenching. But it's a wonderful person who did this. Anna Essinger, we love you. And we love you to read the book, The School That Escaped the Nazis. The true story of the school teacher who defied Hitler. Thanks for watching KRAZ TV, and enjoy all of our other book reviews at the Zero Channel and at KRAZ TV. Goodbye.